A big headline is coming out of Ukraine, and let me tell you, now it is raising serious questions. A French Mirage 2000 fighter jet, recently added to Ukraine's Air Force, crashed during a mission. But you know what the good news is? The pilot managed to eject and it is safe. But here the biggest story is not about just one crash. It is about what this means for Ukraine's air power, its Western allies, and the war with Russia. Let's talk about this. So Ukraine received the Mirage 2000 from France earlier this particular year in February. These jets were not new brand. They were second-handed, previously used by the French Air Force. So this makes the Mirage the third type of fighter jet in Ukraine's air fleet after American F-16 and Soviet-era MiG-29s. On paper, this should make Ukraine's air defense really strong. But you know what? In reality, things aren't so simple. Here's the issue. The Mirage 2000 is an old aircraft. It is less powerful than F-16, specifically when it comes to engine thrust and radar capabilities. And yes, it's not just about age. This particular jet has a history of technical failures. Let me give you an example. So Taiwan once lost 13% of its Mirage 2000 fleet in non-combat accidents. Well, that's a huge number for a modern air force. Now, this recent crash in Ukraine is being blamed on equipment failure and not enemy fire. But this is where things get more interesting. Many military watchers and defense experts believe that Ukraine might be calling combat losses technical failures on purpose. Why? Because there are two big reasons. First of all, it protects the morale of their soldiers and citizens, and secondly, to avoid embarrassing their Western partners, specifically when these jets are being gifted or loaned for free. So far, Ukraine has not officially reported any Mirage 2000 being lost in combat, but this particular crash, well, this is raising eyebrows. Was it really just a technical glitch, or was it something else, maybe a missile strike or enemy action? In the meantime, France is staying silent, and that silence is also being noticed. European countries are trying to help Ukraine without getting directly involved in this particular war, but accidents like this make things more complicated. And wait, let's not forget here, operating three different types of fighter jets at the very same time is not easy. Ukraine has MiG-29s, F-16s and Mirage 2000s, each from different country with different system, spare parts and maintenance need. Training pilots for each one is very expensive and time consuming, and it's not like swinging from one car to another. It's like flying three different types of spaceships and all at once. So basically, in short, this crash is more about just one jet. It shows the challenges that Ukraine is facing as it tries to modernize its air force in the middle of the war. It also puts a lot of pressure on the Western nations. By the way, if their donated jet crashes too often, it could raise doubts about how effective or safe they really are. So here's the big question. Was this really just an accident, or is Ukraine hiding battlefield losses to protect its image and its allies? Well, either way, this Mirage 2000 crash is a wake-up call for Kyiv, for Paris and for every single country backing Ukraine in this war.